Hello guys, welcome to the new channel. So the first ever video we will be reviewing Mafia the Old Country. So I've already completed it. It's about a week since it came out. I completed it a few days ago. I've always been a fan of Mafia, so I've got the Mafia trilogy. But I'm old, so when the first Mafia came out, I can remember lending it off a friend and I was absolutely obsessed with it. Again, when Mafia 2 came out, absolutely loved it. I thought it was amazing. Mafia 3, it was okay. I thought it was good for what it was. I don't think it was kind of anything towards what a Mafia game was or should be. For me, a Mafia game is the Italian Mafia, and obviously the Mafia 3 had some of that in it, but you weren't kind of a part of the Italian Mafia. You were just kind of fighting against them, and also getting help from Tommy Facsetti. Mafia the Old Country is going back to its roots, the Italian Mafia, and obviously this is before any of the other games. Back in Italy, kind of where it started. For something, especially Mafia, which is quite a beloved game to myself, like I said, for most of my life I've been playing Mafia games. I mean, Mafia 1 came out a long time ago. I was a kid when I borrowed the game off my friend, and especially the graphics and things. And then obviously when they brought the trilogy back out, I've replayed the first one, and I think they did an absolute fantastic job on the first and the second game. And the third game, kind of a few enhancements and stuff, but it's obviously it's more prevalent in the first. They remade the first game fully, and it's just an absolutely stunning game. Just as a whole, I actually really enjoyed the game. It's a short game, yeah, I understand, but it's quite a cheap game. It came out quite cheap. It was £40 to pre-order, but then on the day, I actually only purchased it on the day that it came out. And when it came out on the day, I mean, Argos, the price had gone down £2, so it was £37.99. So for a game at that price, brand new, the day it comes out, I had no qualms in buying it. And obviously it's a Mafia game, so I actually like the premise of them going back to Italy, and obviously from the beginning, old school Italy in the early 1900s. I just thought it was a good idea, and like I said, I really enjoyed it. Like I said, there's a few things that I think they could have done better. Like I said, I've heard a lot of people talking about storyline stuff and what they didn't like about it and all that kind of stuff. I actually really enjoyed the storyline from start to finish. Again, it's a rags to riches story, like Mafia 1 and Mafia 2. You start with nothing. In this game, obviously Mafia, you start in the mines, you're basically nothing. Then you work your way up through the organisation. And I like that kind of premise. I like the way they do that in the Mafia game. The love story between yourself and Isabella, I thought that was really good. The ending, I thought it was really good. I'm not going to spoil anything on here about it. I just wanted to make quite a short video. But I thought it was really good. I think the pacing was good, but it did seem a little bit quick. But the only reason it seemed a little bit quick is because there was no side activities. There's collectibles, there's things that you can pick up in the world, there's newspapers, there's different things like that. I mean, every mission that you play pretty much is part of the main story and is driving the storyline forward. So it does feel quite quick, and it is a quick game, but it does feel quite quick as you're playing it. The only thing I would say is I wish they would have kind of put a few more maybe side missions in where it would allow you to explore a little bit more of the map. I mean, you didn't really, I played it and I didn't really collect any of the collectibles. I mean, I did in a sense, but only the ones that were around me in the missions. And there's a harbour down by the waterfront and stuff like that. I didn't really even see much of that because the main story didn't really take me there. So I would have liked it if there was a few side missions that would have taken us in a few different places. That wouldn't have had to have been repetitive side missions where you would have had to have gone go and get me this, go and get me that. But a few extra side missions of doing things. They could have made a few little interesting side missions, I believe, where you could have went and maybe picked up a few shipments from the dock, or just anything like that that could have kind of expanded your exploration of the map. But I mean, the map is gorgeous. I mean, the little villages that you explore around and stuff, I thought it was amazing. The graphics are gorgeous. There was a few glitches. I played it on the Xbox Series X. Like I said, I got it for the Xbox. There was a few glitches and things, but I started playing it day one from the day it came out. We're all used to getting games now. I mean, Cyberpunk. That's all I have to say on that. But you would like, I mean, older games, they did have their glitches and things, but they came out pretty much more solid, and you could play right through. Like I said, there was a few glitches, there was a few things where the camera, even when it was going into a cutscene, the camera kind of glitched through Enzo. It kind of killed the immersion a little bit for me, but I can kind of, I'm quite a chill gamer. I can kind of let those things go. But all in all, it was an absolutely stunning game. Really good, like I said, storyline really good. I kind of, whether it's because I've played so many Mafia style games, even the actual Mafia games, but just Mafia style games in general, and Mafia films. I mean, I love Mafia films. Goodfellas, Casino is one of my favorite Mafia films. So you get used to kind of, it's like being a fan of Game of Thrones. You know, stuff's gonna happen. You know, stuff's gonna go down. No one's safe. Um, so I'm used to that. When it started coming more towards the end of the game, I started kind of preempting things in the game, storylines and things like that, where they were going to go. So I kind of understood what was going to happen, kind of thing. It didn't stop me from enjoying the game and enjoying the end of the game and things, but I kind of was almost kind of preparing myself for certain things that were happening in the game, so I kind of understood what was happening. But just all in all, I think it was a brilliant game. Gave me kind of a feeling of when I first started playing The Last of Us. Now, The Last of Us is a bigger game. That's one of my favourite story-driven games. But it kind of gave me that vibe. It's very story driven. It's a linear game in a sense. Like I said, you can explore, but it doesn't really give you any availability to go and do that. I mean, kind of, I was thinking, is there any point in the game that there's going to be a mission, or there's going to be something where it's going to allow me to have a breather and be like, you know what, I'm going to go out and do some exploring and go and collect some newspapers and things like that. It didn't really feel like it gave me that time. It just kind of was like main mission, main mission, main mission. You didn't go anywhere to start the main mission. It was just a continual main mission, which a lot of games do. You go here and you start the mission, and it maybe would have given me more of a chance to say, okay, well, I can go there and start the mission at some point, but I'm going to go and explore a little bit more. I'm going to go and do some more collecting. There wasn't any of that. But again, I really enjoyed the story, so I followed it right through to the end, and I finished it. I mean, I probably only played it maybe twice. So the first time I played, obviously I must have played quite a lot of hours. I must have played maybe 6, 7, 8 hours of it. And then the second time I played, I just finished that off, kind of thing. So, but I'm someone who usually is quite, I love me open worlds. I love me collecting, things like that. But this game, it just didn't kind of give me that chance to, almost. I would have had to have almost fought against it to then go and start collecting. But again, that is, for me, that I don't mind that. For me, the game was exactly what it needed to be. They've gone from Mafia 3, from what they did with that, which again, I think that was going further away from what a Mafia game should really be. And they've literally kind of stripped it all back. They've cut all the fat off, and they've went back to basics, I feel. And I actually feel like that is the right choice for them to do. I always said, even before Mafia 3 came out, I had always talked to my friend about what I think the next Mafia game should be. And again, my favourite film is Casino. And I always thought maybe the 70s, Las Vegas, when the Mafia was really big. I thought that would have been an amazing Mafia game that they could have made. Again, maybe a little bit more of an open world to explore, going into casinos, doing things, going and running extortion rackets, and just different things in Las Vegas. I thought that would have been really amazing. I mean, in the 70s, I mean, the cars that you could have had in Las Vegas, you could have had a penthouse suite that you lived in, the clothing, the suits that you could have in the 70s. I just think it would have been, and the flair that they had in Las Vegas, shows going on, people gambling, crime going on outside, bank robberies like Casino. I mean, I love those little, in Casino, Joe Pesci doing the little kind of jewelry store heists where he drills through the wall outside from the van, drill through the wall in to get it. All those little things I think they could have added into a Mafia game, and I think it would have been absolutely amazing. Like I said, got Mafia 3. I enjoyed it for what it was. It was more of a kind of a revenge story, and I enjoyed that. I did really like that, but I think Mafia games I think for me, are a specific kind of mixture that you need to have to make it that Mafia game. And like I said, it's being a part of the Italian mob, rags to riches, coming from nothing, working your way up. And I think that's kind of something that they need to keep hold of, because that's their bread and butter. That's what I believe a great Mafia game is. I mean, Mafia 1 and 2, amazing. I actually really liked Mafia the Old Country. Like I said, a little bit short, but for the money that you're paying for the game, I think it's perfectly fine. I really, really enjoyed it. And I think people who love Mafia games, and even if you just love Mafia films, Mafia movies, things like that, I think you will really enjoy this game. I don't think, if you're not really that interested in Mafia stuff and that, I don't really think you'll enjoy this game, because there's nothing really else to it. It's just this. It's just Mafia. You don't really get much story from the other family or anything like that. You don't get kind of you get a little tiny bit of the back and forths when they have the sit downs and things, but apart from that, it's mainly just the family that you're in, the kind of inner turmoil of what's happening in the family, and then obviously your love story with Isabella and all that kind of stuff, which again I really enjoyed. So I think it didn't try to be anything more than it should have been. Like I said, it was a story from the early 1900s. There's nothing really, I don't feel, much they could have done in the world, because of the time of it was in. There's small villages and things and stuff going on, so I don't think they could have had anything massive going on, but I definitely think they could have added a little bit more. All in all, I think it was an absolutely incredible game. Really enjoyed it for what it was. If you go in with no expectations, I think you will really enjoy the game. I think if you go in with expectations, if you liked Mafia 3 and you go in with expectations to this game, I think you'll be disappointed, because they have cut back a lot from like Mafia 3, from the world and the things that you can do in it and stuff. So, but that's not a problem for me. They've gone in a better direction. They're going back towards the older Mafia games, which for me is a good thing. So that's it. I mean, I go and play it. I mean, that's all I can say. I think anyone will like it. It's almost like a short show on Netflix or Amazon Prime or something. It's almost like a short show about a mafia family in the early 1900s. I think you'll really enjoy it. You do feel like you're just kind of on it is a linear game, so you just feel like you're on a kind of a bit of a track. So you kind of just enjoy the story more, if that makes sense. There's no kind of busy work or anything for you to do. So you are kind of just on this track and you're just enjoying the story. I'm more than happy with that. So, you know what? Go and play it. I think you really enjoy it. So yeah, I just wanted to start this new channel. I'm going to be talking video games, I'm going to be talking films, I'm going to be talking props. I own quite a lot of props and figures and things like that, so I'm going to be reviewing different things like that. Hot Toys figures, helmets, Hasbro helmets, all these different kind of things, any kind of props that I have. I just enjoy it, so I like talking about them and things, so I'll be doing that. I'll be streaming video games, so I'll be putting them on YouTube, as well as different things. I'm on Discord and stuff like that, so I will be streaming through different platforms, but Twitch and things, I'll be streaming on there and then putting the videos onto YouTube and things like that. So I just wanted to make this channel where I can come and kind of express myself a little bit more and talk about it, and I really enjoy doing those things. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.